Super Saturday on Fox League. A very good afternoon from Amy Park in Melbourne. You have your big games, then you have your blockbusters, and this is the latter. Make no mistake about that. First versus third on the ladder. The Storm, 36 points, racing away towards the minor premiership. And the Raiders, what a 7 days for them. Last week, having to confront the Roosters, the defending champions. Now they take on the competition leaders. Raiders sitting third, 28 points. So much to look forward to here. Among them, the clash of the point-scoring machines. Cameron Smith, Jarrod Croker between them, 4,502 points. Just one of the storylines going into today. Kevin Walters, Braith and Asta. A last thought with kickoff not too far away.
Yeah, so much to look forward to. Vossi, the Canberra Raiders, lost last week to the Roosters, but were great, I thought. Almost a better side, really. They only just got beaten. A big challenge for them. Are they the real deal? That is the question mark over the Raiders in 2019. They've had an amazing season. All of their players are in form, but yet to beat the top teams. They come here to Melbourne. They come down to Melbourne with that challenge, with that task, that big task at hand to try and knock off the heavyweights of the competition. Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on, Braith, as the Raiders make their way onto the field. Josh Hodgson, one of our key men again today, out of the dummy half roll. What a clash we've got between the two number 9s and the two number 6s. Both State of Origin players. Jack Wighton playing his 150th NRL game. He's a key player for the Raiders today. Not only in attack, but also defensively, a key player for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's had a big year, and Joseph Leilua is back. Rapana will be happy. 200th game too for BJ Leilua. He's missed the past 13 games with that neck injury. He makes them a better side. So much firepower across the park the Canberra Raiders have. Now add to that this man. It's scary.
And it is the Harvey Norman Women in League round. Cameron Smith to lead out the competition. Front runners. Guard of honour here on Amy Park. They've had women's games taking place on Gosh's paddock all day in the lead-up. What a side again in 2019. They are super heavyweight. The Melbourne Storm, so impressive. Last Sunday in Gosford, their win over South Sydney, double-figured when it came to line breaks in that match against the Rabbitohs. If you could find a criticism, they didn't quite execute, having created chances. Look out Canberra if they do the same here today.
And there's a man in a rich vein of form, Cameron Munster. Last week, an outstanding game against the Rabbitohs. It's been in the thick of everything good about the Storm this year. 17 try assists for Munster. How good a season is he having?
Equal of his career best. Raiders last won at this ground in 2013, so it's 4 in a row to the Storm. And we go all the way back to round 2 this year when they last clashed, and it was a flying start by Melbourne. Suliasi Vunivalu, first half hat-trick. They led 14-0 at the break. Got the job done, 22 points to 10. I dare say Canberra are twice the side now they were back in round 2.
Well, we're about to find out if they are.
This is a super matchup on Super Saturday, right here on Fox League, home of the best sport on the planet. And Asifa Solomona takes the first run of the match. Papali Soliola there with Tarpany. Cameron Smith up. Oh, Finucane was caught a little high by Soliola. See a fight up in the front row. Started in the centres, round 20 against the Storm last year. Did Soliola, the veteran. Bromwich took that run. Asifa Solomona, a second charge, but he put the bumpers up, running there at Bateman. Now Smith and Finucane nice and tight to start the first set here from Melbourne, and Canberra nice and physical. We expected nothing less. Last tackle play, and it's Croft kicking from inside the 40 and finding grass between Kodrick and Klokstad. Klokstad will bring it back for Canberra. Oh, and he's lost the ball. Melbourne with it. Munster straight onto it. Chance Klokstad hammered by the defence. What a chance early for the Storm. Fans fire up early. Bromwich with it now. It might be shades of round 2. And the flying start for Melbourne. Will it be a Vunivalu try to start it? Asifa Solomona rumbles into the defence. Whitehead, Hodgson, Papali-Orvere, who was stung by that, maybe injured here. Big Nelson, this time for Finucane. Close to the upright. Time to spread the ball. Hughes lurked on the right. Munster's left. Kick took a ricochet. Nickel Klogstad this time. Safe. Line drop out for Canberra. What a start, Melbourne.
It's a great start from Melbourne. We expect nothing less. Beautiful kick from Cameron Munster. A bit of a deflection. This was the first error of the game. Nickel Klogstad, not the start that he wanted. And when you play against the Melbourne Storm, you need to be at your best. No unforced errors. You need to be clinical and you need to execute at a premium. The Melbourne Storm have early on, but not so much the Raiders. A big set of 6 early on for them.
Storm averaging 27 points a game this year. Raiders average 23. Asifa Solomona takes the first run. Croker was around the legs there. So tackle 1, 32 metres away from the Raiders line. Croft along to Bromwich. Try scorer again last week. First try, in fact, of the match against the Bunnies. Smith to Croft. Now they line up quickly on the right. Munster out the back for Hughes. Back into the side this week. He got past Wighton. There's a back injury for Jerome Hughes, and a penalty goes the way of Melbourne. Quick tap, he's offside. Wighton's off to the bend. Straight to the bend. You could almost call it a reflex tackle.
It was a reflex action from White to make the tackle on Jerome Hughes, and he was gone from the second he made contact with him. That's huge.
That's
3.5 minutes in, Kevin.
Yeah, it's a big call. Jack Wighton being marched for 10. It's the right call, though. This is a trying time now for the Raiders. This will test their goal line defence.
It's a nightmare start.
Dramatic stuff here at Amy Park. Asifa Solomona, we've cracked it up on Super Saturday. Straight into the opening minutes of this one, another penalty. Soliola is pinged, and even though it's in front of the posts, they're against 12. You take the tap, don't you?
Right here. Go.
Yes, they do. Smith, Bromwich. Good tackle, that one by Bateman. One-on-one. Smith goes left, keeps it tight. Chance Nickel Klogstad has been able to stop Kenny Bromwich. Rolled him over. It's a bit of if I may say, a bit of Billy Slater about the tackle and the try save if he's pulled it off.
Try.
Oh, it's a magnificent tackle if he has.
At all times there. Jesse Bromwich, mate.
Great work.
Beautiful
Great work.
from Nickel Klogstad. What a brilliant tackle on the line. Of course, he was the one that came up with the original error to allow Melbourne possession.
Bromwich does not get the ball to ground. We have a decision.
Kenny's conceded. He was already back on the 10, ready for the play the ball. I think that's a pretty fair indicator. No try.
He's having a great season, Kenny Bromwich. Good work from Nickel Klogstad. The speed at which Melbourne execute their game plan has straight away put pressure on the Canberra Raiders. They know they're in for a game, that's for sure.
So resumption, 10 metres out, still early in the count, and across for Munster. Croft, dummies to Kafusi. Threatening to use the full width here. Melbourne at any stage. Smith back. Asifa Solomona taken by Soliola. 4 Raiders in the tackle, in fact. And this time, quite a tangle of bodies there. It's another penalty. They'll be down to 11 in a moment, Canberra.
It's already 4 penalties to start the game, Vossi, so you've got to be careful here, Canberra. Already 1 player down.
He's going to tap it again, Smith.
Wait for the tap here. Hold, go.
So Smith, Finucane, if they concede another, and they're probably happy to do it. You are pushing the referee to take action. Smith, Croft, Kafusi with a short ball. That time Hodgson and Whitehead there in the tackle.
Numbers left.
Smith back for Nukin. That's the way they come. Munster's got past Caesar. Puts the kick in. The Fox is there. But look who scores at Olam. The bounce comes the way of the PNG International. And he's got his fourth try in the NRL. And everyone in Moresby and all parts of Papua New Guinea, they are cheering.
And cheering loud for the Papua New Guinean flyer. What an A-grade bounce he got here from the kick from Munster. They're always going to be short. The Raiders on their line, one man down. Let's have a look here. It was good rushing defence here from Caesar. He got up and he enabled Munster for the kick. Look at that bounce. That's an A-grade bounce for the Storm.
Yeah, what a player Cameron Munster is. His ability to think on the run. You see Caesar come up hard on his outside shoulder. He doesn't panic. He keeps cool. The cool cat Cameron Munster steps off his left foot and still executes the kick to perfection on a dime, whether the bounce was lucky or not. Even if it bounces forward, Adokar was there. Just such a classy player, Cameron Munster.
8th game of first grade, or 8th game this year for Justin Olam. If you do the maths, he might be 6 games away from a grand final, which is going to stop a nation.
Yeah, it certainly will.
It's back to the days of Marcus Bai, who starred here for Melbourne. But this bloke is a headline every week. Justin's got another one. He's the hero of so many kids at the moment across PNG.
Well, it's the way he goes about his rugby league as well, Bossy. Aggressive. In-your-face rugby league.
Rovers on the job. Doing a little drive-by there past Cameron Smith. Show you the angle of his first kick. Yeah, what a tally between the two, Smith and Croker. Smith starts today 2,558. Croker 1,944. And Smith's first kick of the day is a beauty. Here come the Storm early. 6-0 is the lead. 7 gone. Down to Andy Raymond on the sideline. The crowd is into the match early.
They certainly are, Vossi. The biggest side in the NRL versus the smallest. Complete opposites in terms of recruitment and retention, and in turn, game plan. To the giant Storm side, bulldoze, or to the lightweight fast legs of the Raiders run the home side off their feet. Craig Bellamy will be hoping that's not the case. It is a super fast track here at Amy tonight. 15 degrees and just about perfect.
Jack Wighton pensive in the sin bin. And the kick. Oh, wow, there is Surly Arsi Vernavalu doing what only Surly can do.
Surrender tackle.
He's a late decision to jump in the air to that one.
He handled it very coolly, though, didn't he?
He is with the ball. Did he get it right? Did he get it right? Did he have a foot on the sideline when he took off? Did he then have a foot on the ground over the sideline when he knocked it back in?
I think he was okay there, Mossy. Very close on both.
Lucy with the ball, and a shout out to all our viewers across the north of England watching this one with the Fab Four lining up for Canberra in such a big match. Now Smith way to Munster, and Okar's on the chase. Chance to call clocks down. I've got to say, as he brings it back, great character shown by the Canberra fullback. Drop ball first play, then in the next 3 or 4 minutes, kick save.
If there's one side in the competition that will take advantage of having an extra player on the field, it's Melbourne. So this next 5 minutes or so for Canberra is critical. In the context of this game, they need to complete their sets, get a good fit tackle option away, and just chase the hell out of the ball.
I know they conceded the try eventually, but still don't forget the try-saving tackle by Nickel Clockstad on Kenny Bromwich as well. Just a real good show of character from the Canberra fullback. Last tackle, Tarping didn't play it. They'll try and take it out of play. Take some time off the clock. It bounces off Croft. Play on the call. Kafusi gets in the way of Hodgson. Croker's with it. Little flick. No restart of the tackle count. Then Caesar and Kotrick, and Kafusi comes up with it.
He's got to do more with that, Caesar. He had plenty of time to kick that over the sideline. That was his only real job there, and he tried to, but he just missed the mark by a long way. And again, I say it's very critical with the player off the field to get the fit tackle option right.
Ricky up in the box, not watching from the sideline for the start of this one.
I think he forgot his jacket.
He'll be down there soon. I can't see him lasting 80 minutes up there.
Solomona collected again by Soliola. Gee, there's quality about Nelson. He's in career best form at the moment. Munster, quick hands, yes. Oh, it's gone forward off Olam and over the sideline. And some clapping from the Raiders. They know they've done a job there.
Yeah, they stripped him of numbers again, didn't they? Cameron Smith likes probing up those short sides with Munster. Just overran it a bit there, Olam. Right idea. And we're doing that all day with 12 or 13 men on the field. It's a pet play of the Melbourne Storm.
You can see Canberra just taking their time here. That was absolute goal for them. An incomplete set from Melbourne.
Little sweet nothings whispered by Cameron Smith into the ear of Josh Papali as the scrum pack down there. Lovely moment. Rapana with the ball. This one of 3 games Melbourne played home in the final month of regular season. Canberra get a penalty, and the away game is round 24 against Manly, another battle of Brookvale, if you will. This helps the Canberra cause with Wighton in the bin.
Josh.
That was the run of penalties to start the game. 4 in 5 minutes, which included the one that led to the sin binning of Wighton. Caesar taking as much time as he could off the clock. Just going to get ready to come back on. Keep warm, keep nimble. 2 balls on the field.
Jarrod, this is the second ball.
Would be something here if Canberra could come up with points. Well, down to 12. Brisbane did it last night against the Panthers. Here's Soliola with it. Waiting to see Joey Leilua at right centre. Maybe he could set something up for his great mate Jordan Rapana. Papali in front of the post, 12 metres out. First real chance of the game for Canberra. Tarpany has it. Hughes went in low and hard, and then the defence over the top. Smith and Bromwich. Now Hodgson, Papali, dummy to do the run around. High tackle attempted by Bromwich. Again, right in front of the posts. 4 tackles into the set. Hodgson, Caesar takes a run. Kenny Bromwich there to make the tackle with Munster. Last play, they'll try and crash it over. Bateman is swamped by the defence.
Yeah, good defence there, wasn't it, from the Storm? Just trying to barge their way over here, the Raiders. Hard to get some cohesion with just the 12 men on the field, get their attack flowing. And the Storm repelled nicely. Very stable at the moment, the Melbourne Storm.
This Canberra Raiders defensive line, as condensed as any you will see. The left-hand winger, Nick Kotrick, is only just on this near side of the upright, the goal post. They are offering Melbourne the chance to go round them because you're not going to go through them.
Oh, Bromwich with it. What about a little kick out of the corner for the likes of Avunavalu or Addo-Carr to chase through? That had set the crowd alight. Nice of a Solomona again, man on a mission. Papali and Whitehead there in the tackle. This time Croft for Hughes. Here they line up. Chambers trying to stand up Croker. Good paddles right across the park in this one. Offload Hughes, Kafusi, Croft, all putting it together. Now Munster, he will kick for Addo-Carr. Turning Rapana around, but it's over the sideline.
Yeah, good play again there from Munster. And Andy Ramey just spoke about the space on the edges, and it was just the vision there from Munster and playing what he sees in front of him. He looks up, he could see Addo-Carr. Just the relationship that they do have. Addo-Carr puts his hand up and he flies in there behind Rapana, but the ball was always going over the sideline. Still not a bad play.
No, not a bad play at all when he got the speed of Addo-Carr on that left side. Rapana was all over it though. Wighton gets ready to come back on.
They've done well, Canberra, really. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse.
Green light, Jack White will run on right now. So 13, back on 13.
Just wait, shot clock's off. They've got a sin bin player returning. We need a lock. He's come on the field. Thanks.
Good call.
Let's get everyone in, guys. Nice and easy.
So important.
Okay, Josh, head in. Just wait.
Well,
okay,
they can't attack with one extra man, Kevin. I'm backing the referee there. I don't think he's being pedantic. Once the extra came on, Leilua welcome back Joey. In the milestone match for him, he's had to wait since round 7 to hit that 200 mark. Rapana. Now Hodgson, Soliola. Still love you, Kevin. I know we'll have an argument early.
Settle down, boys. Settle down.
That's it. Now Hodgson, Papali, right hand. Some of the Melbourne fans thought that was forward. Canberra fans down in the southeastern corner with a great view of it thought it was perfect. Here's Caesar, out the back, Nickel-Klogstad. Now we get to see Leilua's got an offload early. Good tackle, Olam around the legs. Last play, Canberra. Caesar is the kicker. The left boot, Hughes has called it. Hughes has it. The consistent one, back at fullback for Melbourne. Dewey's filling last week. Nico Hayes, a fine debut, very accomplished performance. We've got Ryan Pappenhausen coming back today as well on the bench from that foot injury. Vunivalu to play this just outside the 30. Raiders only 3 wins at this ground all time. Arsifa Solomona has put a mark on the sternum of Whitehead there. It's a big weekend for the big man. Croft drops it. Knock on Melbourne. But Arsifa Solomona doing his best Payne Haas impersonation here in Melbourne.
It's a great shot from Papali, and here's Solomona running over the top of Whitehead. See you later. Hodgson comes in, gets on top of him, locks that ball up, and then Croft, right foot step, but Papali just jams him right where the ball is and forces a mistake. Really good defence from Canberra.
Yeah, Papali wasn't it under the ball, nice and aggressive.
This is their first real.
Oh, hello.
Hang on.
Hello. Well, I've spotted one thrown over the top there. Whether you're going to say it's a clenched fist, but there's a full extension. I don't know how to describe a fight these days. But there is a full arm thrown from some range that may constitute the modern version of a punch. That's the best I got.
Yeah, there was some contact with the head from a Canberra player, I'm pretty sure, the left jab. Just comes now. Must be targeted. There it is,
There
right.
it is, where you?
Well, he's got to be careful, Tarpany. This could be...
But does Bateman put one in there as well, or not?
No.
No? Tarpany.
It was just Tarpany. You don't want to get 10 minutes in the bin for doing something stupid like that. You've got to be real disciplined. They've already had Wighton off the field.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not sure which way this is going to go.
Nothing else, Tids?
I'd be happy just to
Okay, so we got a
pack the
penalty.
scrum and get on with it.
hang on, there we go.
It's happening.
It'll be another raider to the bin.
This was
Be
my
a penalty
point.
and a sin bin, mate.
All for.
Joseph Tapane, strike in the face.
Solomon can't shoot someone in the face and not expect a response. Surely he's got to go too.
The penalty go against you. You've struck to the head.
Second raider in the sin bin inside 16 minutes. See you later, Joe. On your bike. Following Jack from earlier.
He's gone the first strike.
That's been
Amazing.
reviewed and he's struck. That's why he's going to the bin.
Well, is that a sin
Okay,
bin?
I don't need any antagonising of the scrum. Blake, bend your back and get on with the
I
game.
understand that, but Nelson's the one who started the antagonising.
I've spoken to him. I'll talk to them. Thank you.
But what they got?
Cameron, let's just make sure guys don't come in and escalate it, because even if they strike first and one of your guys do too, they can go to the bin as well.
Oh, of course, mate, we got you. Beautiful.
And there it is, the one over the top. Well, it's not a...
Was it a close fist?
Well,
is it worth the sin bin? You know, he got baited there. Hook, line and sinker. Tarpany got played.
Yeah.
But I'm just not sure if it's 10 in the bin.
it almost,
Well,
when
I
you
mean-
see that, it's a left slap across the top of the head.
Asifa Solomona started it, but he just didn't make contact with his head.
Wow. Raiders, 2 in the bin. Not even 20 minutes gone. It's such a big match, and it's got semi-final feel all about it. Now Chambers for Smith, Croft, and across to Munster. Here they go again. Hughes. Olam's beaten one. He's got the Fox. He's given it to the Fox. And a Addo-Carr scores for Melbourne. Josh Addo-Carr has got another one. 2 on the board for Melbourne. Hughes is down in back play. Rapina's down for Canberra.
Yeah, Rapina has jammed up hard, up and in here. He's still on the ground in back play, but this is great work from Olam. That lethal left-hand side, as we see Jerome Hughes is down also. He got collected, I think.
Joey Leilua came in and tackled him.
But, you know, Rapina ends up on the inside shoulder here of Olam. It's a poor read. Olam, great footwork to get on the outside. That flick pass, the flick pass to Addo-Carr, the finish. He scores a try, then he sets one up for his winger. It's a classy bit of play there from Olam.
Yeah, great work from the Storm to shift the ball on tackle 1. Rapina misses. Olam, and look at that flick. He's just getting better with every game.
That's nice.
He's getting better with every game, growing in confidence. When you've got the Fox sitting on the outside, why wouldn't you feed the Fox?
Feed the Fox. Feed the Fox. That's the chant from Kevy. And Addo-Carr, we told you a couple of weeks ago, he's been in a bit of a dry spell when it comes to tries. That only his 3rd since round 11 for Melbourne. But he does still have a dozen for the season. And Rapina looks like he's coming off here.
Yeah,
Canberra.
that's exactly right.
What else is going to go wrong here, Andy, for the Raiders?
Yeah, Jordan Rapina coming from the field at the moment and reading the body language. They're talking about maybe a right wrist. In fact, it's a dislocation of the little finger on the right hand. Time to see the doctor, and if you're squeamish, look away because it's about to get put back in.
Cameron Smith for 12-0 to Melbourne. And again, they find themselves scoring a try against an opposition that is 1 man down.
Well, there's some teams in the competition that may not capitalise off having 12 defenders up against 13 attackers, but the Melbourne Storm will pick you to pieces. And they just did that against the Canberra Raiders. As we can see here, Rapina comes up hard and Leilua goes up too far. Rapina gets on the inside shoulder of Olam there. It's a poor read against the side that just execute. They're just relentless.
Joey's led with the left shoulder as well. Wow, and then Rapina falls off the tackle with the dislocated finger. Andy Raymond right in front of it now.
Mate, they are having a horrible time in trying to get this back in. They are now going to strap it. The wrist is sore, the fingers are sore, the hand is sore. They can't actually identify exactly what it is. Jerome Hughes was also down. It was just a winding. He is okay, nothing to do with the back spasms he has been suffering. This is the theatre of rugby league at its finest so far.
Well, this is round 2 revisited, where Melbourne put on the 3 tries in the first half and kept the Raiders scoreless.
The concern too with Leilua and Rapina playing for the first time in a long time, that combination there, that read there in defence, they've been settled on that right-hand side for a while, Canberra.
It's definitely an error that the Storm will be exploiting. They've had some good success so far, haven't they?
Rapina took the kick-off with only 3 players out on his right-hand side. Melbourne. And Vunivalu with a hop, skip and a jump. Almost back up to the 30. Big minutes facing the Raiders to hang in there in this one. A man down again. Tarpany in the dressing room. Good run again. Bromwich. Now Munster. Smith. Jesse Bromwich on the inside run. 5 short of halfway.
Bateman trying to get the one-on-one there against Bromwich, but they were ready for it, Melbourne.
Now Crop, Kavusi. They are the strippers of the competition, Canberra, if you know what I mean. They lead the strip count. Croft sending Vunivalu through. Surly tried to get over the top there of Kotrick. Does a good job, the young Canberra winger. Second game back from suspension. Penalty count is 5-1 as well to Melbourne. They have 72% of the ball. A little inflated the completion rate because of all those penalties. Set with a penalty count as a completion. They're 11 of 13. Compared to the Raiders, 4 of 5. Rapina to play it short of the 30. It's definitely inconvenienced by that injury to the finger on the right hand as Hodgson for Wighton, back in with Papali. Nice low tackle by Finucane. Last tackle for Canberra, only a 34-metre gain for them. Wighton kicks very high. Hughes has got it. Vunivalu gets out of the way, and Jerome Hughes with the ball.
He does that well, Hughes, doesn't he? Catches the ball and straight away he's on the front foot. He's trying to find a little bit of space and generate a quick play the ball, which enables the likes of Chambers and Vunivalu to come in and create havoc.
Almost through there. There's Hodgson looking for the one-on-one. He leads the account. Oh, and then Surly's come up with the error.
That's an error.
Well, they're saying that he maintained some sort of control of the ball.
Jeez, they got lucky there.
Certainly didn't have any grasp. He was holding it on the ground, pushing it into the surface. Is that Hughes? Oh, quick hands. Chambers. Hughes is a special player. Last tackle, Melbourne. Croft, he'll bomb across to Addocar's side. Olam's getting through. What a take by Leilua.
Yeah, good take from BJ Leilua, and Melbourne Storm completely dominating this game, but as to be expected, they've had 13 players v12 for almost 20 minutes now.
Rapana, nice swerve and footwork there.
They've had all the ball, Melbourne, 70% possession.
Louis getting ready to come on for the Raiders. He's done that now, replacing Soliola. Tarpany in Jack Wighton's chair. He's still warm from when Jack was off.
See, that's a bad kick there. It's a great chase, but it's the third tackle, and he hits the full-back on the full.
Well, they need to hold the ball too, the Raiders.
Right.
They were set out.
So, down to 12 men, kicking on the third tackle and putting it straight to the fullback.
That, to me, is a problem for Canberra. The inexperience in big games from a 6 or 7.
Look out! Look out! Look out! And O'Cara's through! Fox alert on Fox League. 32 away from the line. Melbourne with Hughes. There is Smith. Out for Croft. Kafusi, they cut him out. Chambers, good work. Kotrick, Kafusi, able to juggle it. Back it goes for Jesse Bromwich. Bromwich down, they'll work off to the left. Hughes, this is back where it all started. And he lost control of it, and Canberra forced the error.
Just in your defender, going down. John Bateman's there.
The rest of the defence wasn't it from the Raiders. They had to scramble and scramble. 12 men.
Boys, Kamikamitha on for Asifa Solomona, and I've just finished speaking to the Raiders medical staff. Still a little bit of confusion about what this defender here, Jordan Rapana, has in fact done to his hand. And at the moment they're suggesting he may have burst a blood vessel just on the wrist, and quite a deal of discomfort for the right winger playing on at the moment.
Okay, the play suggested that it didn't stop him ripping it. Ball there, I don't know whether it was a loose carry.
Well, that wasn't a knock-on.
That was...
Rapana makes a play at the ball, and Jerome Hughes regathers the ball. If anything, it's 6 again. 23 one-on-one steals by Canberra this year. Josh Hodgson alone has 11. And Rapana, I thought quite clearly on the video there, was going for their 24th of the season. Bateman. Corey Horsburgh now on also for the Raiders. Papali off. Caesar across to Hodgson. Nice pass. Whitehead round the back. Whitehead to Croker. And up came Vunivalu on Croker. Which way are they going to rule here? They're going to rule against Melbourne.
Yeah, it was tapped by a Melbourne player. Vunivalu coming in. He had to try and shut it down.
Okay, how we going there?
That's the razzle-dazzle that the Raiders can put together. They can get a bit of field position. These offloads happening. Got some good talent amongst their group. Nice flick pass.
Oh, love it.
Whitehead.
Good call as well. Croker had passed, and Vunivalu in effecting the tackle. He's in effect playing at the ball, and it's gone over the sideline. So Canberra scrum feed, but still down to 12. Tarpany in the bin.
Clock off. Okay, ball in, stay in. Get it in, Jack.
And for another 90 seconds by my count. Kotrick with it for Canberra. Same deal. It'll be worth plenty if they can score while down a man. Hodgson, Horsburgh, 21-year-old in his debut season. Big match for him against Melbourne in Melbourne. Hodgson, Wighton trying footwork on Smith. The old fella makes the tackle. 11 metres away from the line. Hodgson, Caesar, Dynamis Louis, on for Nickel Klogstad, then for Leilua. And what a tackle. Olam right there with Munster. Quick play the ball, Rapana, Caesar. Oh, Dynamis Louis. Dynamis. You've heard your coach, you've heard every Raiders fan there.
And Ricky Stewart looking on. The pass wasn't quite right from Caesar. You've got to get those balls out in front. They're big men. Just have a look here. Just gone behind him. That's a difficult one to take. Get it out in front. Make it easy for your players.
Yeah, it's been a tough 25 minutes. You know, when you come down to Melbourne to play against Melbourne, the most important thing is to start fast, start well, and unfortunately, it's been anything but that. So they're just under pressure. They've had hardly any ball. They'd just be begging to get to half-time. Tarpany will come back onto the field. They've hardly had 13 players down in good field position at all in this first half.
Well, they've been 12 men for 20 of the 26 minutes.
They've weathered the storm quite well.
Well, if they can get away out of jail here with just 12 points against them, I mean, it is the Melbourne Storm. They don't surrender leads too easily, but they're still in the game.
Now for Finucane. Hodgson low down in the tackle. Tarpany has sprinted back on. Kenny Bromwich with it. Extraordinary match has unfolded here. Cameron Smith out of dummy half, offloaded for Kenny Bromwich. And now Smith and Bateman engage in a little bit of wrestling. As Croft bombs to the corner. Up goes Sully! Oh, he had it! He had it and it rolled down his arm. And they rule the knock-on against Melbourne.
I think Vunivalu was trying to, first of all, tap the ball back, but he nearly caught it. Brady Croft, nice kick. He's been targeting the right-hand chase, Vunivalu and Kotrick. He goes to tap it back, nearly catches it himself. He would have scored. Well, I think he knocked it on into Croker anyway.
I think he did on the try and tap it back, but a nicely placed kick, wasn't it, from Croft?
What about Bateman? Riling the feathers of Cameron Smith. Now out to Louis, that's out in front, and he's able to charge onto the ball there outside the 20. 12 and a half remain in the second game. First half on Super Saturday. Horsburgh offload, Hodgson over the top. Kotrick, dangerous! Vunivalu is given an early Christmas present. Oh, and he flies over to score! Sully! The Raiders get it wrong. And Suliasi Vunivalu helps himself to the easiest of tries, a canter to the line.
Cheds. Okay. They've got tackle 0. Have a try. Can you confirm that Suliasi takes that cleanly, please?
Here is Kotrick going at it. And what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Nick Kotrick takes possession briefly, and the ball is stripped one-on-one by Suliasi Vunivalu, playing on.
Oh,
Granted in the end goal. We have a decision.
16-0 will be 18-0.
It will be. And it was the pass, wasn't it? Again, that went astray. It was Hodgson who threw it out off the offload.
It was.
You just can't throw those passes against a team like the Storm because it will bring you undone. Nice offload here from Horsburgh. That's brilliant. And then Hodgson saw some space on the outside, but the pass didn't hit the mark. And that's the end result of passes not hitting the mark against quality teams.
It's very rare for Hodgson to come up with a play like that, but he certainly got it wrong on this occasion. I like the idea of offloads. Offloads absolutely terrorised the Roosters last week. They threw 17 of them. They've only thrown 3 tonight. That was one of them, but just play quick, fast, direct. Going to the sidelines against the Melbourne Storm off the back of an offload with not much momentum. When you've only just got Tarpany back onto the field, it's not a good play, and Vunivalu will, they just take their opportunities. The Melbourne Storm, if you give them an inch, they take a mile. Vunivalu, 70 tries, and already 5th on the list.
He's equal now with Marcus Bai, who we mentioned earlier in the call. He has scored at least 1 try now. The last 4 games, Melbourne have played Canberra and did get that hat-trick earlier in the season, round 2.
So the offload's right, but he needs to play short or run himself. You know, that pass just very uncharacteristic, but just putting his side under so much pressure.
See McLeod smile for longer in a run to the try line. He was smiling from 30 out.
Well, he put it down 2 handers at least. It's a good finish, wasn't it?
He winded himself.
Another kick-off for Canberra. Too many for their liking. And Hughes with a ball. What an assignment for the Raiders. Beaten by the Roosters last week. Now up against the competition leaders. Tough matches still to come.
There's a long way to go here, Canberra, but they've just got to get those key moments right. Those big moments, their kicks. The little things that make a difference in big games. They've let themselves down again to start this match.
Hughes, Bromwich on Kamikamica. Yes, they've conceded 2 tries while down a man and then gifting a try to Melbourne. Onto the ball again, Justin Olam. Great tackle, Horsburgh. Melbourne poked over the top by Munsters, too long. Canberra will sprint back to the 20 with Nickel Klokstad. Look out, here he comes. Chance is on the run.
Surrender!
Well, that's
Leaving Jesse!
Good positive start there.
Go 0.
From the Raiders, trying to get the things rolling. They've got to play fast football here against the Storm. It's the way to get themselves back in the game. Can't go back into their shell. They've got to continue. Get these passes right. See where that brings them.
Well, the defensive average this year was 15 points conceded a game, 18 now against them in 30 minutes here against Melbourne. Well, as I told you earlier, they have averaged scoring over 20 points. They've got to back their attack. They get a penalty here. Mind you, Melbourne's defence is the best in the league. They only concede an average of 12.
Yeah, well, that's 2 tries and 2 goals in my mathematical world, Bossy. Is that correct?
You're on the money, Kevy.
I knew I was.
They still need to be patient, but Canberra, Kevy, they're just going to chip away at this. It's not going to happen straight away, but they've got to build pressure on Melbourne. They haven't been able to do that at all. There's a long way to go.
Lou with it.
Off the ball!
Jesse, get out of the tail!
Hold here, Cameron. Wait now, wait.
You get a try either side of half-time, keep your opponents scoreless, and suddenly it's 6 points the difference.
That's right.
Horsburgh, 11 metres out. Hodgson, back right side, Tarpany there. Higgins over the top. Smith the Terrier, down low. But the Raiders are only 5 metres away from the line. Their 9th tackle of the night inside the Storm 20. Louis, they get it right again there. Hodgson, but the defence was good. Kafusi, Kamikamica. Hodgson, he dummies, he thought about kicking, then he does the 180, back to Horsburgh, on to Caesar. He does more than just think about kicking. Rapana has got it down, has he? Oh, Rapana went up, spun, forced it. Could be an amazing 4-pointer.
That's more like it from the Canberra Raiders. A much better set of 6 and a much better kick from Aiden Caesar. But does Rapana get it down? Let's have a listen.
5. Yeah, I have no try.
Oh.
Can you confirm that he knocks that ball on in in-goal? But I want you to check whether the player is tackled beforehand, please.
Okay, so let's see if he gets tackled in the air. Rapana comes up
Raiders
for the ball.
kick chase are onside.
He makes the catch. It's just what happens after it.
Josh Adokar has played the man, not in the contest.
So it's going to be a penalty if he doesn't get
at
this
this
down.
stage.
It's a penalty at worst.
Oh, his foot goes
Oh,
out. His foot, and he
Gordon
drops it.
O'Connor's put a foot on the touchline before grounding. We have a decision.
Penalty Canberra. It'll be penalty to the Raiders. Foot sideline, ball dropped. But Raiders will get possession.
And a great save from Adokar.
No.
Just enough strength there, wasn't there, from the Fox?
Rapana saying, Sinbin, professional foul. He's had a crack at me. Try scoring situation. Well, you know, there's an argument there.
So it's going to be a penalty because they made contact before he's gone for the ball. Not beforehand, so it's just a penalty. Yep. I need to come back, mate. It's going to be a penalty.
He's being very responsible,
Justin,
Cameron
back in,
Smith,
mate.
tonight.
He's giving it the all clear, Cameron.
Just hold him up, mate.
Why wouldn't he? I mean,
Oh, gee, not much in it, was there? See what the Raiders can come up with here.
See, further to the Rapana argument, if it's a grubber kick and you're tackled before you get, then you are talking sin bin. So Jordan had somewhat of a case. He had more than just the vibe he was arguing there. But nothing, the result from Ben Cummins.
lucky he kicked that out.
Good call, Braith.
Yep, lucky he found touch.
Now Leilua with attack. Raiders needing points. Down by 18. Horsburgh.
Good charge.
10 away from the line. Hodgson steadies it up. Caesar, Bateman changing back the angle, and Kamikamifa took him around the collar. Bateman resented that. Hodgson again, on it comes Caesar. Wighton, shot ball. Wighton, Croker, over he goes and scores. Croker's got it down under a sea of purple. He's managed to force it.
Well, has he?
Chidge. Tackle three. I have a try.
Come in,
Can you
Bunker.
confirm that Croker gets that ball down cleanly, please?
He's got this down. I'm pretty confident here, guys. The defence comes over the top.
Oh, what a shot
He
here.
just
on Fox
reaches
League.
now over his shoulder.
Have a look at
Oh, he's got it! Oh, finally!
Just wait.
Jason Croker pins the ball to the forearm and grounds it in the in goal. We have a decision.
this. He pins the ball to the forearm. I've never heard that before, but
Well, he has though, Bossy. He's pinned it to the forearm.
he's pinned it to the forearm.
You're not listening. There it is, the green try of the Canberra Raiders.
And Cameron Smith's not happy. Let's have a listen to the explanation now.
Pin to the ball when he brings it down, okay?
We've seen those disallowed this year.
Well, there's no separation and he's still got a hand on it.
I get that, but
This is the
we've
master
seen
at
those
work.
overturned, haven't we? Like
Well,
given no tries.
we've seen that one as a
That's
try.
where the frustration comes, mate. Frustration.
Got the mark there,
He
mate.
was happy 5 minutes ago.
There was a good fight back from the Raiders. They want this ball here from Whitehead. That was the money ball. And Croker still had a lot of work to do, didn't he?
Well, he's lucky he got it down, Kevy.
Well, he pinned it to his arm. You heard the explanation.
But he's, well, okay, he's pinned it to the forearm, the right forearm, but it's or to the, hang on, it is his right, but it's his left hand that actually pushes it down into the ground.
Yeah.
I think we're all happy with that.
Well,
Being a try, aren't we?
Well, I think advantage to the attacking team for sure.
Definitely.
Scored all of the Raiders' points when they clashed in round 2. A couple of tries and a goal. The shootout, Smith v Croker. Croker has missed and needs sixes if they're chasing an 18-point deficit. 18-4, 6 to go in this first half. Andy Raymond down on the sideline. You're watching Cameron Smith. Did you have any argument there against the try being awarded?
No, I didn't, Vossi. I thought it was a fair try, and as Kevy said, advantage to the attacking side. Now, we've seen when it turns ugly with the Vunivalu try, but we've seen the positive there with the Croker try. Canberra playing with a lot of width tonight. The first and second pass from Josh Hodgson through the halves, they are cutting out players. It's how South Sydney, to a degree, played the Melbourne Storm last week. And then going back to the Golden Point game, Manly here.
My goodness, Andy, what about that take by Nick Patrick?
It's a tough way to catch a kickoff.
Sliding on the knees and caught it above his left shoulder, if not his left ear.
I'm surprised he didn't turn around and catch it backwards.
Very unorthodox.
Watch it again. Oh, boy.
Never in doubt.
Tarpany with the ball for Canberra. All right, they got one on the board. They got 5.5 minutes to go, first half. What if they could get it to 18-10?
Nice run.
Bateman, pushed it back. Leilua had to be sharp to catch that one. 5 short of halfway. There's plenty of feeling in this match. Rapana with it, battling on with that injury to the hand. And here he is, he's offloaded as well. Hodgson dummy, then over the top. Whitehead's got the ball. Croft has got him. So too Chambers. 5 tackles up for Canberra. Hodgson, Bateman, Caesar, a bomb from 45 out, and O'Car! They're all going down on their knees to catch the ball. Hughes is with it.
Really good kick there from Caesar. Torpedo just floated on that O'Car late. He had no chance of catching it. Canberra aiming up here. They've got a new lease of life.
Well, the kick landed in that no man's land, didn't it? Well, it wasn't directly down the throat of either player. Just misjudged it a bit there. As the Fox comes back, though. He's been fed again, the Fox.
You're paid $100 every time you mention the Fox. On halfway, Melbourne with the ball. Smith and Munster kicks it low and hard and over the sideline. This is a chance really for all of us to catch our breath and take stock of where we're at in this big game. Game 2 on Super Saturday on Fox League. 18-4 inside the final 4 minutes of the first half.
And you've only got to look at Munster's body language to see how relaxed he is and how calm he is and how he has been in this first half. Really good kick there. They haven't had too much of the ball of late. It's been all Canberra the last 10 minutes, so he puts it over the sideline. And Canberra, with 3.5 minutes to go, would like to try and find a try. I like that they've been trying a few more offloads the last few sets. I'd like to see a few more to finish off this half.
Melbourne 11 from 11 when leading at half-time in matches this year. And at the moment, it's 14 points the lead. And on the other side, Raiders are 0-4 when trailing at half-time. Tarpany on that one. So Wighton was first to the sin bin, opening minutes of the match, and then Tarpany followed 16 minutes into the contest. Played by Wighton, a quick one. Oh, Horsburgh! Met by Tino, the big T. Masuamala Aui there to make the tackle. A couple of young guns meet Hodgson to Wighton, and this time Kafusi all over Wighton. Slows it down on tackle 5. Whitehead, Caesar, another bomb from 40 metres out. It's at O'Car's way. He's not going to get anywhere near it. He's lost his confidence. Kenny Bromwich gets a green bounce.
He got the perfect bounce there, Kevin, didn't he?
He did, yeah. A bit of fortunate there for the Melbourne Storm. And those spiral kicks are causing some havoc, aren't they? Again, on that occasion.
I still think Canberra are throwing too many wide passes. They've got to keep it tighter and shorter and try and go through Melbourne. Then go to the edges. I feel like they're going to the edges way too early. Melbourne are too smart for that.
Smith on the cross. He kicks it just outside the 40.
Beautiful.
Cockrick up in the line. Canberra, they're going to try and hand them in the corner. Sean Sickle clocks that. Look at the Melbourne jumpers down there on the chase. They're all dialed into that play. The fans saw penalty against Kamikamifa there. Just over a minute remain. 4 tries in the first half. 3-1 to the home team. Wighton with the ball.
Yeah, they look tired, Canberra, and so they should be. They're just looking like they want to get to half-time at the moment. But
Bateman. Nickel Glogstad.
Unless the Beatles get involved, and they like to play a bit of music, don't they? Offloads and flick passes.
Hodgson out to Louis. Caesar with a ball. He's got it on to Kotrick. Takes on Benavalu. Hughes on the end of the kick. Tries some stepping of his own. Canberra defence there. They had a little glimpse there of the try line, Canberra. It looked good, but they couldn't quite pull off the play. Storm, you would think, content to play at the half, or are they? Terrible ball. Cameron Smith, they say, knocked back. He's got that all wrong, Melbourne. Giving Canberra a couple of tackles before half-time. Smith on to Munster. This is where a one-on-one strip would come in handy. So Munster won't even get up for the last play of the half. Well, it's been quite an amazing first 40 minutes. The way it unfolded, not what we predicted. 2 in the bin for Canberra. An 18-0 lead at one stage. The Raiders pull one back through their captain at half-time. Melbourne 18, lead Canberra 4. Super Saturday on Fox League. Plenty of stories out of the first 40 minutes. On the first place, Melbourne Storm, and the third placed Canberra Raiders. Bottom line, 14 points the difference. A mountain to climb for the visitors in the second half. To be any hope, they can't afford to have a third or fourth place into the sin bin. They had to do without the full complement for 20 minutes of that first half, and that's their record this year against sides currently in the top 5. Lost to Melbourne round 2, lost to Manly round 7, Roosters round 9, Rabbitohs round 10, Roosters round 21. What you will note is the majority of those matches decided by less than a converted try, so they've been good. They've been very good, but they're going to have to be great to win here.
They certainly will, Vossi. One thing about the Raiders is, but they just compete till the end, and you can almost dismiss that first half. 2 players in the sin bin. They can only get better in the second half. You know that they will. Now, the Melbourne Storm, well, they're in complete cruise control, playing within themselves, I believe, in that first half. That's why Canberra will have to be at their best. Now, the player who was, I think, in cruise control was Cameron Munster. He just came up with a couple of big plays, but he's got more in the bank. There's no doubt about that. Such a classy player, isn't he, Kev?
Oh, he certainly is. The whole Melbourne Storm outfit, in fact, there's his stats from the night. 1 try assist, 4 runs, some kicks in there, 135 kick metres. Let's take into consideration here the Melbourne Storm are the best second half team in the competition as far as scoring points and defending as well.
If I may, great moment at half-time here. This is Melbourne. Women in league round, yes. Girls playing rugby league, young girls playing rugby league at half-time. It was great to see. We've come a long way. So second half underway off the boot of Cameron Smith, and takes an awkward bounce for Jack Wighton. Horsburgh, as a result, look where they start from, just a few metres out from their own line. And I mentioned in the first half, we've got viewers across the north of England with a keen interest in this one. A little further north than that, Fiona McKinnon watching us from Scotland. Having the coverage as well. So, well done, Fiona. Raiders from their own 20-metre line. And Horsburgh on yet another run.
Gee, he's been impressive, the young fella, hasn't he? Oh, he's looking to offload.
Hodgson. Well, he gives the and Hodgson took it back from inside the 40. Hughes, Hughes has had an absolute nightmare. The flawless one has got it wrong there.
Well, it was an excellent kick from Hodgson, wasn't it? Inside the 40. Ball just kept bouncing on him. He was hoping for it to sit up. Just got away from him that last bounce. His first error of the game.
And what a change from the first half. Everything going against the Raiders. They had no luck at all, and they have a little bit of luck early on. Good kick, mind you. But
what a place for a Melbourne player to make a mistake on their home ground. There's just one pocket of Raiders fans down in that southeastern corner. Dressed head to toe in lime green. They have given it to Jerome Hughes. Good on ya, travelling Raiders fans. Caesar off for Tarpany, and he wrong foots the defence. Silamalawi hit the deck. Tarpany's injured now. Slowly to his feet. Hodgson on to Louis, ripping into them. Silamalawi there with Kamikamitha. And Finucane in the tackle. Hodgson might have a little crack. Here he is, goes back, Wighton straightens, Kafusi's got him. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Canberra with the opportunity, Hodgson, flat ball, Louis. Kenny Bromwich, Munster, great tackle, Hodgson, low ball, terrible ball in fact. Caesar can't handle it, blame, sadly, Hodgson for that. It was not anywhere near what we expect from one of the best dummy halves in the business.
No, it certainly wasn't. It's a second missed pass there from Hodgson of the game as Joseph Tapini comes off. picked up it looks like a rib injury, but that's around the bootlaces. That's totally out of character.
Tarpany, he's not well at all. He's had to come off the field, as you just mentioned, Kevy. But just on Hodgson, he's been far from his best tonight. I know he's a great player, and he's so important to the Raiders. He really is. He holds the key to their success, I believe. Certainly, if they are to go on and have a chance of winning the Premiership, but in a big game tonight against the Melbourne Storm, he came up with a big kick, the 40-20, which was a big play. But apart from that,
Dunamis, you're going to have to go to the
service,
side.
even in a dummy half, hasn't been up to his standards, his usual standards, which are high.
This is quite a lengthy delay. First of all, Tarpany getting on the field now. Dynamis Louis can't suddenly pack into the scrum. They had formed their 6. He can't go into it, so he's been sent out the side. They have a cut to deal with as well.
5 in the scrum.
5 in the scrum.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's a
Let's get this on, mate.
It's the rule, mate.
This is crazy.
Let's go. 5 in. Just 5. Just 5.
Ball back.
That's the rule, mate. He's got to go off.
Arms, head in. Make sure you let each other break from the scrum. Heads in.
Hold here.
Okay. Okay, ball in.
So after all of that, Melbourne have the scrum fee.
Off the foot, off the foot.
Storm with the ball, 15 out from the line. Let's go down to Andy Raymond on the sideline. Dynamis Louis about to walk past you.
Yeah, Dynamis walking past me, and a whole lot of confusion between the interchange officials and also the Canberra bench at the moment. Now, just recapping what was said at half-time, Ricky Stewart said the challenge is there, enjoy the challenge. Technically, keep getting to the outside with the long passing game. Craig Bellamy simply spoke about kicking long, kicking to the corners, and making sure the chase complements the kick.
Well, they're playing with 12 at the moment, with Tarpany off the field as Kafusi goes down the right.
There's only 12 players on the field for Canberra.
And Louis on the sideline. Tarpany comes off, can't make the change at the scrum. Now he runs on, but I'm baffled as to why Louis did not come on after the scrum had completed. They decided to play a whole defensive set with 12.
No, Louis wasn't.
He was off the field.
Oh, so they brought Sutton on.
Sutton was on.
Sutton on for Tarpany.
Sutton was on for Tarpany, yeah.
And left Louis off the field for the entire defensive set. Andy, that is a strange one that unfolded there. They've no damage done on the scoreboard.
Well, if that's the case, there's 14 on the field now, isn't there?
Well, there's 13 on the field. So Sutton got on for Tarpany. And Louis was taken off the back. Wighton, confusion all round. Hughes fields the kick. Melbourne in possession. 5 minutes into the second half. But what, and I'll use the expression, stuff up that would have been had Melbourne scored against the 12-man Canberra. And oh, Solly has dropped it. Then he's gone through his legs and got it up his backside just about. Only Suliasi Vunivalu can produce a mistake like this one. Loses it, then through his legs and gathers it in.
Yeah, he's very casual about it all, wasn't he? That's back-to-back errors here from the Storm. Won't be happy with that at all.
And this is a moment right here. This is a moment that Canberra really need to take advantage of. They've got to capitalise off the back of this. They're chasing points. You very rarely get opportunities like this and errors from Melbourne Storm players. They need to find some points. Great opportunity.
Hodgson to Wighton. Leilua was there, didn't get the ball. Far between chances for Leilua in his return. Hodgson, Horsburgh running hard at Finucane and Smith. Canberra looking for their second try of the match. They trailed 18-0. Hodgson, good service that time. Sees it. Strong tackle by Kafusi. Rocked him sideways. Concedes the penalty. Canberra need to take it quick.
Wait for the tap here.
Into the second
There's
half.
your mark, Josh.
Wait here. Wait.
Instruction now. And it will be Ryan Sutton on the run.
Dale Tui!
Strong tackle by Finucane. This will really liven things up if the Raiders score here. Wighton going left. Oh, Croker! Smashed by Vunivalu! And up he comes with a ball. That is redemption for Suli.
Boys, an update here on Joseph Tarpany. The suggestion is rib cartilage damage. They don't think it's a broken rib, but he's still sitting here on the sideline, but in a deal of discomfort.
More adversity for the Raiders. Fasua Malawi and their broad strip. Dynamis Louis. Canberra get it wrong in the eyes of referee Cummins there.
Yeah, they can't afford this. It's stating the obvious, but they had a great opportunity, good field position. They didn't capitalise off the back of it. There's a penalty there from the one-on-one that they said had more than one player involved. But now Melbourne just march on downfield, and now they're in good field position. And they don't miss opportunities, Melbourne.
Changes on the restart. Smith dropped. Munster short there to Kamikamitha. He wears the 14. No Brandon Smith for a little while with that ankle injury. Cameron Smith back in for Finucane. Well, there's defence to be done here for Canberra. Melbourne have made a couple of errors since half-time, but now they've got themselves with field possession. Kenny Bromwich, the flick that time to Munster. The skill set of the Storm players. Cameron Smith. Dummies to Finucane. Kamikamitha. Tackled there by Louis and has lost the ball. Another error by Melbourne in their second half.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic again by the Storm, wasn't it? They're pulling them apart through the middle. Craig Bellamy showing his disgust about things. Very fortunate here for the Raiders because the Storm are beginning to plough through this defence, aren't they?
Yeah, the concern there, Kevy, was the ease at which Kamikamitha got through. He just strolled through, only a couple of metres short of the try line.
One more, guys. Cam Munster, not too far. Okay. All heads in.
Wait till it's out here.
All here, guys.
He's now all the instruction at the scrum, even the defending halfback being told where to stand.
Yours, Benny.
Here's Leilua with the ball. Raiders inside their 20. Margin remains the same as it was at half-time. 14 the difference. Melbourne chasing their 18th win of the season. Now with Horsburgh. By this Tyro. His 10th hit up of the night. He's made a dozen tackles as well. Sutton this time. Right up to the line. Wighton. Finucane there for Melbourne. Finucane 25 tackles for the night. This time across to Caesar. Bateman been a little quiet tonight. Bateman 5 metres inside the Melbourne half. And that is tackle 5 for Raiders. Oh, and then he's lost the ball. Bateman, oh, they get a penalty on the last. Bateman's taken the tap. I think he's gone to 10. I know what Raiders are thinking.
Well, he's milked that one, Bateman.
Sutton, Raiders back-to-back sets. Second tackle on the Storm 20. He'll get another penalty. Finucane penalised. Hodgson went to take the quick one.
Josh, when he's in front of you, can't take a quick one.
Well, was he in front there?
Well, that's the way they saw it.
Yeah.
Nasifa Solomona ready to come back on. Louis, Canberra.
Tui! Tino, now!
With a rush of possession. Penalty count is back to 6-all. Hodgson to Horsburgh. Chasing his first try in the NRL. He's deserved one tonight. Smith got the leg. Hodgson, right across. Caesar, there's Wighton. They've turned them around. Wighton, oh, what a tackle. Croft, Chambers in combination. Great work. Whitehead, Caesar again. Hodgson in front of the post. Cut out ball to Bateman. It's all across field. Melbourne come up. Bateman trying to wriggle free of Olam there. And at Okar, short side, Leilua, Rapana can't offload. They've got another penalty. We're getting into sin bin territory. It's 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 quick penalties. Building pressure here, Canberra. But the defence of the Melbourne Storm holding up. Wighton looked for certain to score.
Centrefield again. Horsburgh on that run. Malawi around his legs. Smith over the top. That is only tackle number 1. Sutton, little show of the ball. To this point, Melbourne's goal line defence is on point. Hodgson, oh, he's run around the back, put the kick in! Croker's right there. Not sure if there is a second or whether he put the kick in before. He ran around the back, they've locked it straight in. Croker's got a double. The Raiders are back in it.
No problem with this, Vossi. He did the exact same thing on the exact same side last week against the Sydney Roosters. Such a smart player, Hodgson. Probing, scheming. He realises he can't run behind the player. Same thing happened last week. Beautiful execution. Croker scores the try, and all of a sudden, I criticised him a little bit earlier, Hodgson. He'd been a bit quiet. Well, he's back. He's put his hand up, and here they come.
Yeah, exactly. Here they come, all right, Braith. Excellent work from the number 9. He saw that the Storm defence was jamming on that left side, and they have been all night. And it was a magnificent kick. The weight, the bounce, everything followed the Raiders. It was a nice hit back, isn't it, from the Canberra side?
Nice little feather in the cap for Jarrod Croker. 2 try doubles against Melbourne in the one season. And who's to say that it'll finish at 2 tonight? Here's his second, going over for the try. We've got a good one, game 2 of Super Saturday. We've got a good one coming up in game 3. We'll hear from Wayne Bennett in just a moment as the Rabbitohs prepare to take on the Bulldogs. But it is over to Jarrod Croker, and he has to convert everything, chasing down this tally of points from Melbourne. 10 points he got back in round 2, 2 tries and a goal. This for 2 tries and a goal tonight. Again, he scores the try right in that southeastern corner in front of the Raiders fans. Croker's kick off the boot. Croker hits the upright and over. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe Canberra can pull off a huge achievement tonight, 18-10. Let's hear from the Rabbitohs coach Wayne Bennett in the build-up to the clash with the Bulldogs.
That's wonderful.
Brett Ray Martin Finch on the spot, getting everything out of Wayne Bennett in the tunnel at ANZ. You're going to see it all here on Fox League tonight. Started you off at Newcastle, and at Melbourne now will finish at ANZ. And at 18 points to 10, with 26 to go, Melbourne have opened the door for Canberra, who have just not gone away. They're not at their best, Canberra, but their tenacity is 10 out of 10. Here's Bateman with the ball now. They're aside the Raiders. Leilua. Nice run back to halfway. Good follow-up to their second try of the night. To this point, Horsburgh gets the call. Caesar, let's spread it. Wighton's with it. Good tackle, Croft. Not for the first time tonight from the Melbourne halfback. Caesar, late switch on the last. Hodgson needs a kick, finds one, goes low and hard over the sideline. Nice recovery, Hodgson.
Really good kick there from Hodgson. They got in a bit of trouble there on the last tackle, but what I'm liking more now is they're getting quick play of the balls and then going to the edge. Bit of momentum through the middle of the third of the field, some speed in the play of the ball, getting the ball to Jack Wighton, who's looked dangerous the last couple of runs. That is the perfect kick from Hodgson under pressure. And just building pressure, building, getting some momentum, Kevin.
He's responding well, isn't he? The Canberra number 9 in this second half. A lot of the Raiders attack, their kicks.
Cameron,
coming off him.
Okay, let's go.
Again, he holds the key. He really does. In this second half, he's showing how important he is to this side.
Melbourne try could make all the difference, but Canberra's coming to get the Storm here. They are having a crack. Andy Raymond sideline.
Yeah, they certainly are having a crack. You know the old story about the dogs look like their owners? Well, this football team, the Canberra Raiders, are starting to look a whole lot like their coach. We talk about tenacity, about the characteristics that made Ricky Stewart the player and person he was and is. Well, it's rubbed off on this football team. They are showing plenty of guts and plenty of Ricky.
Now for Croft. 5 minutes inside Canberra's half. 24 to go. Smith back. Munster. Good crowd in at Amy Park tonight. Sitting high up in the stands, both sides. Rapana on the end of that. Canberra back with a ball on their 20. Nickel clocks that. They just have to get every set right though now, Canberra. Now that they've got themselves with a bit of ascendancy here. And there is Leilua. Keep the momentum going. Slowed right down there. Hodgson on for Sutton. Also for Solomona over the top. Bromwich down low. Nice and direct from Canberra here. Papali, Caesar back on the run. Whitehead for Hodgson. Hodgson! No! Olam has knocked it down. Then was held back by Bateman. Well, that prevented him from forcing the knock-on. There can be no penalty.
No, it was a knock-on, wasn't it, from Olam?
Just wait.
A risky pass, though, thrown from
Penny, don't turn on the clock. Let's make sure Elliott's
the Raiders.
He's with the train.
That's a nice ball, back through the middle.
No,
and
no, he knocked it on,
Hodgson
mate.
again, look.
Okay. No clock, Ziggy, just...
There it is.
We're all here, guys.
Every time there's been an offload tonight, Hodgson's looked for the long pass off the back of it instead of just run or play short. And he's got lucky there. If Olam catches that, it's early in the tackle count, and Melbourne are on the attack. So you need some luck to win these big games, and that was a bit of luck right there. But good field position now for Canberra.
16 points has been the biggest comeback of the season. Parramatta did it against Canberra. Titans did it against the Bulldogs. Canberra trying to come back from 18 down here. And having had 2 players in the sin bin in the first half. Croker, Wighton. Inside the 40, the Storm. Yet another tackle involving Finucane and Cameron Smith, the 2 tackle leaders for Melbourne tonight. Papali, for Solomona there with Smith. Still able to offload. Hodgson for Hosborough. They've got it forward from Hodgson.
Yeah,
He's had a few errors in his game tonight, Josh.
Yeah, I thought it was forward. It just overran at that fraction. Hodgson trying to attack the inside shoulder. Let's have a look here. Just there. But again, this man Horsburgh, he's everywhere, isn't he, the big man? Through the middle, in support, taking carries. He's been outstanding tonight for the Raiders.
He has. Hodgson, the idea was right. He's been rocks or diamonds tonight, Josh. Normally he's just all diamonds, but he's had a few more errors than he usually comes up with, but still creating enough havoc in that middle of the field to come up with some more.
Just on our 3rd game on Super Saturday tonight here on Fox League. Kieran Foran, a confirmed starter for the Bulldogs tonight against the Rabbitohs. Now Munster with it for Melbourne. 21 minutes to go, just under. Melbourne scoring is come to a halt. Right now, it is 8 points the difference. Kenny Bromwich. Bulls were playing big minutes. By the way, Cameron Smith's tackle down up to 32. He might push 50 tonight, Cameron. And they've called it 2-on-2 to strip. They caught out the Raiders.
Just back there, mate.
Just can't get it right, Josh Hodgson tonight in a number of areas.
This could be a big one as well. Storm haven't seen a lot of possession, have they, the last 5 or 6 minutes?
Nice work, Zig.
He's probably trying a bit too hard, Josh. A lot of pressure in these big games, a lot of expectations. As you can see there, they've had all the ball in the second half, 68% of it, but just haven't been able to do enough. And this is a pretty obvious one.
Well, this is Melbourne's chance. If it's like last week, it'll be Munster who steps up. That wonderful stepping try he got against the Rabbitohs. 3 left foot steps. Will he put it on here? 10 away from the line. Smith for Croft. They line up.
Good tackle.
And that is meeting them on the line. Croker and Wighton. Effective first contact with Chambers. Across it comes with Croft. There's Cameron Smith. Munster's got his chance. Munster decides to kick for the fast man, but Charles Nickel-Klokstad's there, and O'Carroll's up on the deck. Look at the crowd, they're saying their man. Their flying fox is at the ropes cut, and Melbourne get the penalty.
Josh is the captain, mate.
No, he's not. We're both captains.
No, he's the captain. He came to the toss. I'll talk with
Doesn't
Josh.
make a difference. It's not a rule, mate. Just because he doesn't.
I will talk to Josh and not you.
Yeah, they're looking at the obstruction here on Aiden Caesar. Just before Munster kicked the ball. And then this happened. This was a result of the kick, but
Interesting one there when you've got co-captains, but Hodgson is the one who has the job of debating points, if you like, with the referee, and Croker was given the short chip there, and now the ball is with Melbourne, 5 away from the line. Smith and Munster holds it up. Croft is there. Hughes off his feet. 18 minutes remain. 18-10 the score. Croft, Smith, that time with Kenny Bromwich. Canberra's defence answering the call here inside their 20. It's been a feature of their play this year. Their defence inside that danger zone. Croft and Hughes, look out! Vunivalu flicks it. Oh, Wighton! Wighton comes up with the ball. What an intercept! What a play!
What a play from the Raiders, number 6. They looked set to score, didn't they, the Storm?
Oh, and turned defence into attack. Jarrod Wighton. This is a ripper. This is one of the best intercepts you'll see this year.
Will Chambers did well as well to pin him and grab him. He was away otherwise.
They will not go away. Canberra.
Another penalty.
There is something about this game that all little signs I'm seeing that Canberra are going to give us a grandstand finish.
yeah, they're coming home strong, the Raiders. And the Melbourne Storm haven't scored since the 28th minute when they were 18 points to nil ahead. Now, Melbourne have never been beaten ever when they've had an 18-point-0 lead. So this is huge for Canberra to even be in this match. And with a penalty here, and that's a dangerous tackle from Munster coming in below the kneecap of Sia Soliola. They're going to be in great field position. Hopefully he's okay, Sia. Munster doesn't believe all the hype.
Where are their points going to come from here, Braith? They've got a penalty in great field position. Well, it'll be that left side, surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. The left-hand side with Wighton has been electric. That's where they've looked their best. Hodgson, we know, they need him scheming and probing out a dummy half. I think they've got to bring their forwards into the game and then play off the back of them, off the back of offloads. Get to the edges with your big outside backs with footwork, Rapana, Leilua, who they haven't really brought into the game as such. So they're going to the edges too early. They've got to go at the right times.
Scored the most tries in the league of kicks this year, the Raiders. Maybe it'll be a Caesar, Wighton, Hodgson poke that off the boot that sets one up. I just think the game's got 18-16 written all over it. I don't know beyond that.
It does.
But it just feels to me that intercept, Croker's goal off the post and over, I think there's just a few little signs here.
And looking at the big picture too, the game last week against the Roosters and the game tonight against the Melbourne Storm suggests that the Canberra Raiders are the real deal in 2019. Sure, they need to try and get over the line here with a victory, but either way, they can compete with the best of them.
Well, they're in Group 1 company tonight, to use racing parlance, and they're just trying to get a Group 1 win. Oh, Sutton, taken by Asif Solomon. It's hard for Nelson to get down low, you know. Hodgson, 25 away from the line.
That's the play.
Papali.
Bring Papali into the game.
Smith again involved. Hodgson, Sutton, Caesar. Here they come. Leilua tries to get past Olam. That is a terrific tackle by the Melbourne centre. Rapana, Caesar, Soliola with knee strap. Not the best pass. Hodgson, Wighton, overlap. Wighton runs it himself. Wighton is held up by Croft. Hughes, Kafusi. Exciting play from the Raiders. Whitehead now. Hodgson. Across field they come again. Caesar. Bateman straightens up. Oh, ripper of a tackle this time. Joe Stimson. Now Hodgson. Leilua trying to get the offload. Risk. Knocked down by Bromwich. Knocked forward or back. They say knock back Melbourne ball.
Yeah, Bateman's in some trouble here. He went down awkwardly when he got tackled, and he's been in some trouble in back play, but Jack White on the left-hand side again looked like he was going to score. The defence, the right-hand side defence, Kafusi, Vunivalu just delivering again.
John Bateman currently defending on the right wing, and it's a right knee issue.
Well, it's like he's got a wooden leg out there at the moment, poor old Bateman.
He's trying to run it out, but he's not running too much out at the moment.
Melbourne just outside their 20.
I still thought it was a strange play from Hodgson to go to Leilua there on the short side. They had plenty of numbers. I thought they had to try and find a kick on the 5th tackle.
Storm at the end of their set. Munster needs a long kick, hooks it back to open pasture, takes a nice turn. Kotrick comes into the game. Haven't seen much of Nick in the second half. Still ain't the difference. Still problems for Bateman. You don't know where to look at the moment. Croker with the ball.
Kenny, no more. Jesse here, mate. Half milk.
In the final 15 we go. Another run for Kotrick to halfway. They've done half the job, Canberra. They've stopped the scoring of Melbourne. Sutton straightened hard for 10. Bateman remains out there for the Raiders. Wighton on the left side, cheeking his way forward. Whitehead, yet another good tackle by Croft. Hodgson, short side, left side, chips over the top. Look at the bounce! Croker, he's offloaded! Oh, Melbourne scrambles, somehow get out of that one. Canberra had a try almost.
That was a great kick from Hodgson, who got the perfect bounce for Croker. They just couldn't find another pass. But you call them the desperation, the scramble defence. Here it is, Hodgson down the short side. Watch the bounce here. Straight up for Croker, who throws it out the back. Wighton gets in the way, and they save the day again, Melbourne.
Chambers, right spot, right time. Munster out to Olam, will take on the defence. Good tackle, one-on-one. Opener. And now Munster out of the short side, drives it low. Caesar retreats. Nickel-Klokstad to run the ball back. And Olam's onto him. And so too Cameron Smith. What about the speed of the game at the moment, the intensity of this one? This is semi-final football in August. You're watching it on Fox League.
And this is a rising class that we talk about. Any other side here, other than Melbourne, they fold. They keep turning up.
Nickel-Klokstad, Bateman, is he fully fit? Maybe not. That tackle's not going to help him. They work on both legs there. Nickel-Klokstad, high for Hodgson. Set up on the left. Caesar, Wighton wants it. He's got it. He's unloaded. Whitehead, back for Wighton. Wighton, just held by Kafusi. Last tackle, Raiders. Caesar, kick needs to be pinpoint. Across field, it's nowhere near pinpoint. It's nowhere near it.
They're the moments, Kevy. They are the moments.
They certainly are. It was a critical time, wasn't it? Kotrick going off on the far side of the field.
Yeah, it is. Nick Kotrick off, and Bailey Simonson has just come onto the field straight into that left-hand side wing. And Ryan Pappenhausen warming up for the Storm.
You talk about the air out of the balloon with that kick from Caesar. So much great attack from the Raiders. An awesome tackle on White from Kafusi on that right-hand side again, but that kick from Caesar, just not good enough.
Can't say I see an injury for Kotrick either, and it becomes quite an inglorious walk from the far side all the way round. Simonson gets his position on the left wing. Bateman and Asifa Solomona had a little set to there after the play the ball. He backs down from no one, Bateman. Cameron Smith is milking that time, but partly knocks the ball away. Gives us all a little break.
Push up, sir.
11 and a half to go.
3 there, Cameron Smith.
Everyone's in slow motion right now.
There's your mark, Cam.
Storm will be in no hurry. They're the ones in front.
Hold.
Go 3.
Hughes on with Finucane.
Contact's okay.
18-10. One more score might be enough for Melbourne. It might be. Croft, Kaya ball, Chambers. Here comes Simonson, had dropped back, anticipating kick, and then had to rush up. Now it is the last tackle, and you will see a kick. Kafusi slow play the ball. Croft is with it. On it comes. Munster will bomb high. It'll come down about 10 metres out. Nickel Clogstad nowhere near it. Vunivalu with it. Canberra end up with a ball with Caesar, but they'll say changeover. And Canberra have possession. Horsburgh to get more minutes here for the Raiders. Side that's had to do without the injured Tarpany with a rib cartilage injury, as Andy reported.
And just on the introduction of Simonson for Kotrick, no injury to Nick, just a substitution. I think the thinking behind that was obviously cover for Joey Leilua, but they want to try and get as many minutes into Joey as they can.
Simonson taking the run, and another penalty to Canberra.
They're creeping up now, those penalties.
Well, since early, it was 5-1 early. Since that point, it's been 7-3 to the Raiders. Here they are, 40 away, Horsburgh. Is my crystal ball working? Will we see 18-16? Or is it just a bowling ball? As the Raiders with it 35 away from the Storm line. Wighton takes a run.
Nice run, playing square, playing direct, looking dangerous, Wighton.
Hodgson with Sutton, changes his angle, put the brakes on there. And a lot of defence for Melbourne this end in the second half. Raiders have now had 35 tackles inside the Storm 20. Bateman, chance Nickel Clogstad, Rapana this time! Rapana dives and scores! Corner post is flat on its back, if it is. On its side, one of its sides. Give him the try.
Have a try.
What a finish here. Rapana, does he get it down? You be the judge on Fox League from your lounge room. The lounge room.
He gets it down.
The point of the ball is so close to the chalk. Rapana is awarded the try.
It's a try. The lead-up work, it's a set piece, it's a set play. It's crafty work from the Raiders, who are back, well and truly back in the ball game. But have a look at Bateman. The pass to Nickel Clogstad, who just taps it on the Rapana. And the right-hand side from the Raiders, this is where they're lethal. Look at that beautiful pass. Plays unders there, Bateman sucks in the outside defenders of the Melbourne Storm, who jam. The timing of the pass, off his right foot to throw it back to Nickel Clogstad, who has been a revelation, and Rapana, well, we knew it was coming. We could feel it. We could feel it. Here it is.
Well, it certainly is, and the skills there of the Raiders players, that's brilliant rugby league, and what a put down there from Rapana. He knew what he was doing, the big fella.
Croker is only 3 from 12 from the right touchline this year. He needs this one. 18-14, 3 tries all in this showdown between first and third. The Goulburn,
he's got it.
Goulburn kid. Well, he's a little older than a kid, but he steps up and kicks it. 18-16, 8 to go. Who do you want your money on now? Gamble responsibly. Hashtag gamble responsibly.
You've got to admire the skills of John Bateman there as well, haven't you? The English back rower. He runs the ball as good as any back rower in the game, but then the skills there to square up the Melbourne Storm defence was outstanding.
Big crowd on edge. What a kick. Croker.
The Melbourne Storm have never led 18-0 and been beaten. This is massive. This is huge.
What about a little golden point tonight? How would that go down here in Melbourne?
Couldn't think of a better way to spend a Saturday night, Fossey.
Papali with it.
Careful. Nelson, get up square, Jesse.
15 out from their own line. Canberra. What a story this would be. What a story it already is. 2 players in the sin bin in the first half. Tarpany ruled out of the game. 18-0 down. And now find themselves at 18-16 with 7.5 to go. Hodgson, Papali loses his feet, has another crack at them. The 2 Storm front rowers are there, and then Smith falls in love with Papali's left leg. Now Hodgson kicks from inside the 40, hooks it back, Hughes, oh, that's going. Sliding into it again, Vunivalu with a ball. All Melbourne fans saying lock it up, Surly.
That's a great return of play there from the Storm. Gets them straight on the front foot. Excellent work from Jerome Hughes to get that ball on the full. The anticipation of Hughes was outstanding.
Stimson, 50th game too, just to mention that milestone. No sign of Pappenhausen tonight for Melbourne, yet to see any footy. With 7 to go. Bromwich now with the ball. Canberra have used all 4 of their replacements. Kafusi now has the ball. What a match. Let's hope they meet again this season. Smith, Croft tries to take it out. Hit the back of Croker. Play on Melbourne. Croft gets to the ball. And they will say Canberra possession, changeover right there. I do note Pappenhausen is on his feet on the sideline, Andy. He's holding interchange card number 7. But I don't know whether he'd get on in a defensive set.
Yeah, no, he won't be on certainly this defensive set, and he's been standing up probably for the last 5 or 6 minutes. Only the last 30 or 40 seconds did he get the card, though.
He's just handed the card to Kenny Bromwich.
Change of plan. Canberra, Hodgson, 5 inside his own half. Now they're in the Melbourne's half with Bateman. 6 minutes to go, just under. Hodgson with Caesar, straightening up, Smith over the top. Good shot. Finucane and Smith have worked together in many tackles tonight. Last play, Wighton tries his luck with a floating bomb. Hughes almost into the post. Comes up with a ball, then steps away from one. Mighty play, given the context of the game with 5.5 to go.
Yet again from Jerome Hughes, a classy bit, a real quality bit of play again. An extra 10 metres from Hughes. Not only to catch the ball, but then march it forward down the ground. Outstanding again.
Melbourne have made an error. The stripper, you're going to tell me, Hodgson's ended up with a ball. Sutton for Canberra.
Well, it's taken him 75 minutes. He's come up with a big play. When the Raiders have needed it the most, here they come.
With Caesar. Wighton, will the referees blow a penalty here and Croker step up to level at 18 all? Whitehead to play it. Finucane in the tackle. Now chance Nickel Klogstad. Raiders are thinking 4-pointer. Horsburgh. An amazing night at Amy Park. Hodgson dummy half with Papali. Papali! Josh Papali has thundered his way over the line. This is absolutely incredible.
6 tackle.
Canberra from 18-0 down.
Papali, please.
Papali, it is the weekend of
Josh
the big
Papali
men up
maintains
front.
possession of the ball and grounds it in the end goal. Have a decision.
The Raiders are in front for the first time tonight.
And it's off the back of Josh Hodgson, who comes up with, yes, the one-on-one steal. Papali, what a player he has been for the Canberra Raiders. In 2019, leading from the front, straight through the front gate he goes. Josh Hodgson throws the short pass. He bulldozes his way between the uprights. And it's taken 76 minutes, but it doesn't matter how long it's taken. They've hit the front, the Canberra Raiders.
Well, they haven't. He fooled me as well. I thought he was going to throw the little runaround play. And then he just straightened up. He saw the try line not far away. The big man just pumped the legs, and over he goes.
Been around in the big league since 1982. You were part of the early days with Canberra, Kevy. Late 80s. this may go down as one of their finest ever wins.
Well, it certainly has, particularly here at Amy Park. And there's still 3.5 minutes on this clock here, boss.
Not looking at it yet, Eddie.
But it's been a terrific fight back in the second half from the Raiders. Particularly down here at Amy Park.
Oh, it's unheard of. And have 2 in the bin in the first half. Now Croker from in front. The clock will be stopped after the kick. It's all happening down the end where that small army of Raiders fans, they're beating the drums. Now Croker, they will stop the clock. What a game this beautiful thing rugby league is. That it can deliver this sort of drama. Croker converts. Canberra from 18 blocked down, now lead by 4. Another strip for the stripper immortal, Josh Hodgson.
The best in the business. The best in the business.
Boys, this Harvey Norman Women in League round, we continue to celebrate the women transforming our game. Show your support. Attend one of the games this weekend and get your tickets from nrl.com/tickets.
Cameron Smith, a short kick-off off the left boot. He will look. Oh, has it gone to 10? I think Canberra might have touched it.
It's a penalty.
Oh, they've
It's a
said penalty to the Raiders centre of halfway. Inside the final 3.
Yeah, the ball didn't go the 10 metres and Vunivalu touched it before, so it was close. But it just doesn't go over the 10-metre line. You see Vunivalu makes a play at it. Ooh, good call.
A rule against Suliasi Vunivalu. Live ladder. Canberra up to 30. The minor premiership race might not be over. Roosters to play the Warriors tomorrow on Fox League. Leilua on the restart. Melbourne will have at least one more set. But have Canberra got another try in them? They've scored 4 in a row.
Look pretty conservative at the moment. You'd think they just try and complete the set. No one-on-one steals.
Pappenhausen out there for Melbourne. Bateman, not a lot Ryan can do though when they're defending at this end of the field. Munster in the tackle there. They slow it down the Raiders. Nickel-Glogstad, Hodgson, across field. Caesar lurking is Wighton. Papali running there at Croft. Not what Brodie wanted to see in the 79th minute. Wighton, short side. Raiders with Whitehead. Melbourne, plenty of handling errors in their second half. But what about the Raiders? As now Wighton, that'll do. That'll do. Change over right in the corner. 1 set for Melbourne to try and come back now. And look at the Raiders' defence. Vunivalu bouncing away. Just over a minute to go. That's tackle 1. Pappenhausen with the ball for Melbourne. Horsburgh's there for the Raiders. 17 hit-ups, 17 tackles for Corey Horsburgh. Munster, out it comes, Olam. The Fox doesn't get the ball. Canberra do their job across field halfway through the set. 3 more tackles for Melbourne. They'll spread it across to the right. Smith to Croft, dummy from the halfback. Held on the 30. Good Canberra defence. That's tackle 4. Louis in the tackle as well. Smith, Pappenhausen, last roll of the dice.
He dropped it.
Croker, did he knock it on? He did. Croker knocked on.
There'll be 1 or 2 plays here if Melbourne can pack the scrum quick enough.
Melbourne scrum feed. They will stop the clock.
You can stand, but don't change your position.
15 seconds to go. Pappenhausen going for it there. There's the knock on of Croker.
Well, there's one play here. I don't think they'll get 2 plays.
They've got Addo-Carr and Vunivalu on the left wing. I think Munster's going to say kick and chase.
Well, Simonson from the left wing from Canberra will cover that, so let's see what happens.
Munster goes flat, Olam with the ball. held up. This is it. Munster with it. Caught Bateman offside. No, he didn't. Munster fires it over the top, Wally Lewis style. Chambers is out there with it. Chambers tries a kick. Raiders, chance nickel Clockston. The Raiders have done it. It's a Raiders Rugby League miracle. From 18-0 down in Melbourne, 2 in the sin bin. Another gone for the night injured. And Canberra have arrived in the 2019 Premiership race and put their name in lights. We are a contender. Canberra beating Melbourne by 22 points to 18. An extraordinary night at Amy Park. What a win.